What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and today CG gave us the official Lord Elrond kit, as well as all the information we need to know about his upcoming event, how to unlock him. Let's talk about it. Okay, so starting right off, we have his legendary card that's right here. We have Lord Elrond. He is of the light side. He's a healer. He's an elf. And of course, he is the leader of that Rivendell team. Now, on the lore side, they say the ageless Lord of Rivendell, Elrond rules over the Hidden Valley with wisdom and virtue, bearing the ring, Viliana. He is nearly unrivaled in Middle-earth. And of course, he's going to work best with Elladan and Arwen because they are both in that Rivendell team, as well as, lore-wise, being his children. Alright, as we scroll down, we're going to look at his kit here. This is the information we just talked about. Oh, also, he is in the staff category for weapon type. We're going to need to know that down the line when they do introduce, kind of like what Star Wars Galaxy Heroes did with their mods, as well as Marvel Strike Force with their ISO 8. This is when it's going to be like a weapon feature down the line to upgrade them in that fashion. But that's way off on the horizon. We don't have to worry about that for some time. Let's get into his abilities. Okay, so that first ability that we are talking about is called the Ageless Wisdom. And what it's going to do, it's going to attack the target enemy for 80% damage and a 50% chance to grant 1 stack of regeneration for 1 turn to the most wounded squad member. Now, that is at the unlock. Now, when you fully upgrade this, when you max upgrade that, it's going to attack the target enemy for 170% damage and grant 1 stack of regeneration for 2 turns to the most wounded squad member. And that's just his basic right there. So let's go ahead and scroll down to his second ability here, his special, and that's called Viliana's Light. I'm sorry, that's called Vilya's Light. And what that ability is going to do on unlock, it's going to cost 4 stamina, and it's going to heal all your squad members for 13% of this character's max health. It's going to revive a random elf ally with 60% of their max health. Now that's just at unlock. Now when you max upgrade this, it's going to heal all your squad members for 15% of Elrond's max life, his max health, and it's also going to grant protection for 1 turn, as well as a stack of regeneration for 1 turn to the most wounded squad member. It's also going to revive that random elf ally with 65% of their max health, and if there are no elf allies to revive, he's going to gain 2 stamina for that ability. So, yes, you can run him without the elves, but again, why would you want to, right? So let's move right down to his next ability, and that's going to be the Wrath of Rivendell. That's going to be his ultimate, what they call the Special 2, and it's going to cost 7 stamina. Now, when you first unlock him, it's going to attack all the enemies for 130% damage. It's going to inflict slow for 1 turn. Now, at max upgrade, it's going to attack all the enemies for 280% damage. It's going to reduce their turn meter by 6% per boon on himself. So if he's got a bunch of boons on himself, that's going to be a lot of turn meter rewind to that enemy team. And it's going to go up to a max of 5 boons for an additional 30% turn meter. And it's going to inflict slow for 2 turns. That's huge. That's massive right there. Am I right? So let's get into his passive ability as well as his leader ability. Now his passive at unlock, first of all, it's called the House Eternal, and at unlock, the first time this character drops below 40% health, he's going to gain a stack of Unbreakable for each Rivendell ally still alive. So if you are working Elrond first, if you're able to get past Elladan's tank, you're going to gain at least 4 stacks of Unbreakable if you're trying to kill him first. At max upgrade, on turn he's going to heal the most wounded squad member for 7% of their max health, and he's going to grant a stack of counterattack on them The first time this character drops below 40% health, he's going to gain 1 stack of Unbreakable for each Rivendell ally still alive. So he's going to keep that from the unlock, but he's going to grant that healing per turn. He's going to grant that counterattack. That's a really good passive as well. Now let's talk about his leader ability, because we were all wondering what his leader ability is going to be for this Rivendell team. So, on unlock, it's also called the Lord of Rivendell, obviously. On unlock, on the Rivendell squad member turn, if they have no Banes, you're going to extend the duration of their boons by 1 turn. That's huge, because there are a lot of boons being given out by all the members of this team, right? You're going to have boons given out by Elrond. You're going to have boons given out by Arwen. You're going to have boons given out by Elrond. So this is huge if they don't have Banes. And Arwen's cleanse, that Bane cleanse, is going to come in clutch for this. So once you max upgrade this ability, so it's going to be on Rivendell squad member turn. If they have no Banes, gain Fortitude for 1 turn and extend the duration of 2 of their boons by 1 turn. Elf squad members also gain 4% damage per boon on them, up to a max of 5 boons for 20% additional damage. And light squad members gain 10% max health. So it's going to work great if you want to run a hybrid team, or if you don't want to run a Rivendell but you want Elrond on that team. That's what's going to be up with his leader ability. So let's go into some of the other blurbs that they talked about here as key attributes. They say that Elrond is a half-elf. He is an immortal being that has survived several millennia. His knowledge and wisdom are incredibly deep, whilst also being an incredible, powerful magic user and skilled martial artist. His healing skills are legendary, and unknown to almost all, he is also a wielder of one of the 3 elven rings. You know the rings, right? 1 ring to bind them all. You know which rings we're talking about here. And Vilya is that ring. I know I've been mispronouncing it. I've been throwing an N in there, but it is Vilya, which also allows him to command the mighty Bruin River, and making him even more potent protector. While Elrond is the Lord of Rivendell, he is also the father of Rohir, Elladan, and Arwen. Now, they did get some inspiration. They said, regal and timeless, Elrond stands proud with his staff in hand. He's the fabled elven ring of power. Vilya upon his finger. While appearing stern and deep in thought, he is a loving father to his children, and fights fiercely to protect both his family and Rivendell from the shadow that seeks to approach. Now, they do give some strategy tips. So when using him, keep in mind that his leader ability only works if you keep the Banes off your squad members. Also, Vilya's light can revive elf allies, but should also be used to heal your allies to keep them alive and avoid such a fate entirely. So in other words, don't wait till one of your members dies to use this ability. Go ahead, if you need that heal, use that ability, heal up your team to continue on the fight. They also say that Lord Elrond himself doesn't have much health, so he is a little squishy. He's low on that defense side, low on that max health side. Make sure you bring plenty of Rivendell allies so his passive ability, House Eternal, can keep him alive with those unbreakables. Alright, let's get into the information that we all want to know. When is his event? What are the specific times? What are the conditions? Alright, so this is going to start June 26th, Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to run until July 3rd, the following Monday, also at 8 a.m. Pacific Time. Now, they do give a little bit of lore for his event. They say Celebrian, Elrond's wife, and Rohir, Elladan, and Arwen's mother has just gone to the west. Elrond wants to spend time in further training of the Rivendell Elves. He knows that there have been an increase in orc activity in the Misty Mountains. There is a growing concern about the threats throughout Middle-earth, and Elrond wants to protect his people to be strong and prepared for the coming war. He wants his sons to train with their sister, as they have been in the wilds with the Duendane, while she has been in Lorien. Okay, so let's get to the specifics. Who are you going to need for this event? Okay, so we are going to have 6 elves, right, to pick from to start his campaign, and you're going to need the corresponding star levels to get that tier. Okay, so we have to pick from Arohir, Lomian, Leliel, Naramiri, Arwen, and Elladan. So, my strategy, and when I put out there for everybody else, obviously do what you want to do. But what I'm suggesting to do is, because of the way it's farmed, I would either cut out, I would cut out Leliel, right? Because Lomian is a hell of a damage dealer. And with Lomian and Leliel, they both can only be farmed on those hard nodes. So it's going to be harder to get those shards for those characters. Yes, we have that calendar going right now where you're getting those additional shards. But if you're only doing one hard node a day, or if you are just using that 25 gem refresh on that, I would definitely just go after Lomiel. Naramiri obviously is a guild campaign, so you can use, unlimited on that, up to you. Well, unless you want to drop 100 gems to refresh your energy, but you're not bound by just 5 attempts on her node. So I plan on taking my 5-star Arwen. I'm planning on taking Arohir. I'm planning on taking Lomiel, Naramiri, and Elladan. Now, obviously, if you can't get 5 of these characters at a 5-star, you're not going to be able to unlock Elrond, but that's okay. It's okay, because you're going to have this event. It's going to be circular. You don't feel like you're going to miss out on this, that it's never going to come around again. It will be around again. If you don't get the unlock on the first attempt, then just wait for it to come around, and you'll be able to unlock them. So, like I said, you need to be at the same star level as the star level you're trying to go for. Tier level 5 unlocks Elrond. He is a 5-star unlock. So that first tier, you're going to get 15 shards, second tier 30, third 55, 80 on the fourth, and that 130 unlocked for the 5 stars. You also have to be at least level 30 to even gain access to his adventure. Now, if you were lucky enough to farm up past that 5th star, if you got a 6-star team, or if you're a mega whale and you got that 7 stars on those 5 elf characters, then you're going to get some extra goodies. Now, on the tier 6, not only are you going to get 200 Lord Elrond shards, you're going to get an additional 250,000 gold. On that 7th tier, you're going to get the 300 Elrond shards to fully unlock him, to get that full maxed out star level, as well as 500,000 in gold. So, it's something there for everyone. Whether you're going to unlock him, whether you're going to max him out, you got something for everything. I do wish there was a little bit of gold given at tier 5, even if it was just maybe 100,000, that would go a long way to help us, bring him up to level, unlock some of those abilities, because it is very expensive to level up these characters, to unlock the ability on these characters. So, you guys tell me where you guys are sitting right now on your Elven team. Like I said, there's these 5 right now. The Elladan event will be coming probably within the next week. I estimate it's probably going to run the week before Elrond. So you're going to have 2 weeks to get prepared for Elrond. Hopefully you guys are sitting pretty right now. And like I said, if you didn't get the unlock this go around, don't worry. It's going to be back again. And that's what we got going on. Now, I will be putting out a video because they did go ahead and change some aspects of Elladan's kit. They said they did put it out with old information, so I'm going to do an updated video basically on what his current information is on his kit. So let me know in the comments if you guys are excited about this event coming up, if you guys are prepared, what you got going on. And if you like my content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Tag that subscribe button, share and like the video, and always here on this channel, we are one vision, one purpose, one front. Have a great week, have a great weekend. Enjoy.